Pastor James Kramus was my high school pastor of the Calvary Baptist Church in Burbank, California. Never forget, he told a story one Sunday evening in a message about an older couple leaving the parking lot after a service. They were driving, standing in line as the cars were leaving, and the car in front of them had a young man and a young woman in it. And the young woman was seated up really, really close to the young man, and the older woman in the car behind them looked at her husband and herself and saw that they too were seated on the front seat of their car, but on opposite ends of the car bench. And she looked up and pointed to the younger couple and said, I remember when we were that close. I remember when that's how we used to drive. And the older man, without missing a beat, he said, I didn't move. And I remember hearing that story as an indictment on intimacy with God, the idea of always feeling very, very close to God. And rather than amusing me, that story troubled me because I realized that I didn't always feel that kind of intimacy with God. I didn't always feel that close to God. And the story's kind of punchline is if you're not feeling that intimacy, it's your fault. You're the one that has moved. And so I can't tell you the number of times that my prayers were consumed with the idea of restoring to me the joy of my salvation. Anyway, later on, reading theology, made the discovery that there's this thing called the dark night of the soul or the dark night of the senses, in which we are told by some of the most important thinkers of faith that God indeed moves, that from time to time God will go silent, from time to time God will go hidden, not to be silent or to hide, but to deepen our faith. I remember reading a prayer in Hans Kuhn's book on being a Christian, supposedly was scratched on the wall of the Warsaw Ghetto during World War II. And it went simply like this: I believe in the sun even when I can't see it. I believe in love even when I can't feel it. I believe in God even when I can't know that He is there. If that is the essence of faith, may we all know that kind of believing.